Hi, I'm Angelina, and today I'm going to be leading a 30-minute HITT workout that's going to work your core and your lower body. It's going to be structured with a 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute HITT portion with 4 rounds in between, and 4 exercises for each round, and then a 5-minute cool down. I'm restarting the video because Instagram is not letting me play any music, but I'm still going to do the exercises, but we're going to start from the beginning with the warm-up. So we're going to start with a 5-minute warm-up, rolling our neck. And we're going to switch. There's no equipment needed today. I just have my mat for floor work and a water bottle. Really opening up our neck. Alright, and let's get into our quad stretch. Grabbing that foot, reaching the arm out to the side. If you already did the warm-up, you can just stay jogging or something like that, and then we'll get into the HITT portion. And we're going to hold this here. And let's switch. And now we're going to get into a standing hip flexor stretch. So you're going to grab the opposite ankle, opposite hand, pushing that knee out, and lifting up that heel more you can, and then opposite direction with the knee. Finding your balance. And switch. We're holding this here, finding all those little muscles in your ankle working, feeling the outside of your hip opening. All right, and let's get into some Frankenstein. So opposite hand, touching the opposite foot, keeping your legs straight. This is going to be stretching your hamstrings on the back of your leg. And we're going to get into airplanes. So we're down, kicking that back leg up. It's going to look like this. All right. And we're going to bend one leg, straighten the other one, flex the foot, reaching for the ground. It's going to look like this, sitting our hips back, seeing if we can touch that ground with every reach. Singing your favorite song in your head, keeping yourself motivated. And let's get into high knees. We want to get our heart rate up. Driving opposite hand and knee to the chest. And let's get into some jumping jacks. So opening, closing, looking like a starfish. Staying on our toes. Every time we go out, we're coming right back in. And let's get into some butt kicks. Driving that heel to your glutes. Still pumping those arms. And since we're going to be working our lower body today, we want to warm up those muscles. That'll lead us to some of the exercises we'll be doing later. So we're going to start with forward lunges, hands on the hips. Gonna look like this. Making sure we're making that 90-degree angle and our knees not going too far over ankle. Alternating with each leg. let's get into some standing squats. Feet about shoulder width, a little bit more apart, and we're here. Same thing with the knee. We don't want to go here. Sit your hips back, keep your chest up. And let's get into a nice jog. So the first round, we're gonna have our squat with the calf raise, putting all your weight onto your toes. This is gonna work in your calves and your quads. And modification, we're just holding that squat, staying low. Next exercise, we have our core up and over the water bottle, hands by the hips, legs straight. We're back and forth. Modification, up and down. The water bottle is optional, it's just for guidance. And then we have our alternating jump lunges. Modification, just reverse lunges. And then we have our sit-ups, turning at the top for each side. And then our 1 minute rest. So those exercises we're gonna do 40 seconds on hard, 20 seconds off in between, and then we'll get that 1 minute rest. Start in 3, 2, 1, go. Seeing if you can push yourself and really do that calf raise too. Focus on your balance and working all those little muscles. Again, we're sitting our hips back. Gaze at something above to help keep your chest up. Optional, you could just stay here, low squat. Do a little pulse if you want, but really see if you can do the calf raise. Keep pushing here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next, transition to the floor. If you have your mat, you can feel free to go on it. If not, no worries. And where our hands are by our hips, legs straight, and we're up and over. In 3, 2, 1, go. Trying not to slam your feet to the ground every time. Really find that balance. Keeping those legs as straight as you can. Should be feeling this in your upper abs and on the sides. It really works a lot of your core. Let's keep pushing here. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Next we have our alternating jump lunges. So again, we're here. Modification, reverse lunge. And really focus on making that 90-degree angle. We don't want any injuries. In 3, 2, 1, go. It helps me to have opposite arm and leg going up. Try and keep that nice fluid motion without just staying in one spot too long. Keep pushing. This one kind of works your cardio too. It's a killer. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next we have our sit-ups, where we turn to the side. At the top, we're here, turn like that. Catch your breath. I'm gonna go on my mat. In 3, 2, 1, go. Going up to the side. Try not to rock your body too much like this. Really focus on keeping your feet to the ground. If you need to, you can place your feet under a couch or your bed for support. Should be feeling this in your upper abs helps with toning for the upper part that we all want. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. We have 20 seconds and 1 minute rest, and we'll go next round. So round 2, we're gonna have a squat, opening back to the side, coming back to front. So we're gonna do that back and forth on our left side, and then we're gonna go into laying on the ground. We're gonna be here, and going out into a star, like this, and coming back in, really focusing on having that pelvic tilt and feel like you're pushing your lower back to the ground. Modification, dead bug, opposite arm and leg, going back, still keeping that tilt. And then we have the right side here, staying low, and then our up and down scissor kicks. Hands out to the side harder, hands under the lower back, easier. And we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're here, stepping back, keeping my chest up, weight in the back of my heels, staying low. Should have most of your weight all in this leg. Just for a second, you give it a break when you go in the back. Come right back onto this leg. Should be starting to feel the burn right in your quads and on the outside of your leg. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. So we're gonna get into that starfish or the dead bug, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But really focusing on not arching our back, but curling in and tightening your core. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Having your hands and feet get close, like inches from the ground, but try not to touch. Again, the dead bug, we're here. And the farther out you stretch each time, the more it's going to be working your core. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 20-second rest. And then we have those squats going back diagonal on the right side, or the other side that you didn't do before. Breathing in our nose, out our mouth. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Keeping this foot planted, our weight back. Staying low, try not to come up every time. Really focus on staying low. Like there's a bar above you, and you don't want to touch the bar. Keep pushing here. Have about 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick little rest, and then we have our scissor kicks going up and down. Modification, we're just staying the low scissor kicks, but you want to try go up and back down. Keeping those legs straight. In 3, 2, 1, go. Again, hands out to the side, it's harder. Under the back, easier. Right here is about normal. Really little movements with your feet. We don't want anything too big, nice and quick. Pretend you're swimming, trying to get away from a shark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have our 1 minute rest. Get a drink. Halfway through the hip portion, and for round 3, we're gonna come down, touch the floor, and kick out to the side. So we're here, transitioning your body weight. Modification, don't have a hop. We're just 2 separate movements. So we have that, and then we have laying down again with our core, opposite leg, it's the opposite toe. And then we have the other side. So we're here, kicking out. And then we have our plank rocks. Come down to the plank, feet on our elbows, rocking your core side to side. Modification, come down on the knees, or we're just holding the plank. Focusing on our breath, we're starting 10 seconds with that kick out to the side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So reaching down, out, down, out. Trying to be graceful, finding your center of gravity. Modification, we're just stepping versus the jump. Keep pushing. You should really feel it on the outside of your glutes and that kicking leg. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick rest. Then we're gonna lay on our back, alternating leg, keeping that leg straight, touching the toes. Catch your breath in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're here. Striving to touch that foot at the top. If you can't reach for the shin, should really be feeling in your core. Ten more seconds. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Come back up, and we have the other leg. So before, we were kicking that side, now we're kicking this side. Just like that. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touching down to the ground, to going right back up. Modification again, we're just stepping, but see if you can add that little hop in there. Keep pushing. Think about your goals, why you're working hard. Let that fuel your fire. In 3, 2, 1, and rest. And then we have the plank rocks. So we're on our elbows, feet, core tight, rocking side to side. Modification, come down to the knees, or just holding that plank. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really focusing on keeping your core tight, having that flat back. We don't want to arch. Sinking that hip towards the ground. Doesn't have to touch the ground. But really focus on keeping your core tight. Shoulders directly over your elbows. Again, modification. Coming down to the knees. But let's push right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now get a drink. Starting to break the sweat. Now we have our last round. So we're gonna have a curtsy lunge. So your legs going back, and you're gonna elevate that back leg and come back down. Move my mat. So again, we're here, kicking that back leg up. Modification, or just the curtsy lunge. So we have that on our left side, and then we have side crunches. So we're here, roll to the side, hands by the ears, forehead goes up towards the ceiling, and then we have the other side, curtsy, kick back, tightening that glute, and then the right side for our side crunches. And we're gonna start at about 15 seconds, and then once we bang through that last round, we'll have our cool down. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're back, straightening that back leg, tightening the glute, having our weight in this heel on that standing leg, so it should be working both of your glutes. Modification, we're here, trying to keep our chest up, knee not going too far over the ankle. Keep pushing, squeezing with every time you come back up. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make it down to the floor. Here, knees up, roll to the side. Position yourself, trying to have your shoulders flat, hands by ear, and forward to the ceiling. In 3, 2, 1, go. Try not to go too far forward because you'll hurt your neck. Focus on like your forehead, you're trying to get to touch the ceiling. Squeezing your obliques every time you come up. This helps with toning the sides of our abs. Have those nice lines that we don't want. Strengthening our core is very important. It helps prevent a lot of injuries from your back, hips, all that. And 3, 2, 1, and rest. We're back up. And then we have our other side, curtsy, straighten the back leg. Catch your breath. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And it's okay if that back leg doesn't get far off the ground. It's just helping, just focus on tightening your glutes on the way up. It's gonna look different for everybody, and that's okay. Again, we wanna make sure we're going to the side and not straight back. So we'll work the side of our legs and glutes. Keeping our chest up, gazing towards something high. Keep pushing in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're gonna go down. We have our other side for side crunches. So we're here, roll to the side, twisting our upper body. We're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands on the ears, and we're going. This is the last exercise for today. Really push hard, get as many reps in as you can. Tightening your obliques every time you come up. You can push yourself a little more every time. Know you're tired. I definitely am halfway through the week, but we're working hard. We're gonna finish strong. With 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Oh. Grab a drink. Did an amazing job. Focusing on breathing in our nose and out our mouths. That was a good workout. So now we're going to get into our cool down. We're going to do our quad stretch. Again, from the beginning, grabbing that foot, arm out to the side. If you need to for balance, grab onto something. Focusing on our breathing. And switch sides. We want to make sure we're not just holding like this. See if you can bring that knee back to form a nice straight line. It's going to really work your quads. Just stretch them out. All right. We're going to have wide stance, about shoulder width, a little bit more. Reach up and over. Making that smooth line, reaching farther with every breath, opening up our obliques. We did a lot on our core today. And switch. Starting to feel our heart rates coming down. And let's go down, reaching for our toes. If you feel lightheaded at all, it's okay to sit down, step aside, get some water. But if you feel okay, try and reach for the toes. And we don't want to sit back, have our hips directly over in a straight line. In wide stance, go to the right, reaching for that floor or the ankle, something you can grab onto and hold. And switch. All right, we're going to go down to the floor, and we're going to have our opposite foot come onto the knee and pushing that knee out. And this is going to be working our hip flexors. A lot of the movements we did, we're moving in this direction, and our hips get tight when we go in the lateral direction. So we want to make sure that we stretch them. And switch. If you want to further stretch, moving back, reach through, grabbing, and pushing yourself more, but I'm fine right here. And we're going to come down, cross your leg over, or keep it here, whatever's more comfortable. Opposite elbow, pushing on the outside knee, and twisting back. See, with every breath, you can twist a little bit more without hurting yourself. Opening the chest, gazing behind you. And switch. Breathing in and turning back. And let's make our way onto one of your knees, our leg up, hands on the hips, leaning forward. Again, we don't want our knee passing over our toe. Keeping your chest up. And lean back, straightening that leg and reaching for the ground, putting your head by the inside of your knee. And switch. Hand on the hips, reaching forward, chest up. And we're back down. Heart rate should be about back to normal. And let's sit on the ground. Get into our butterfly. Pushing those knees down, keeping your chest open. And reflect on your body. If you feel any tightness anywhere, make sure to definitely stretch. Look up, there's tons of videos on YouTube. Want to prevent injury. Again, I love doing these videos because they're super short, but I feel like I get a great workout out of them, especially now that it's getting cold, and if you don't want to go outside to walk to the fitness center or something, you could definitely do these in your dorm with your own comfort. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry about the music. I'll see if I can get that fixed, but see you next week.